I am James, and I live and work in Malta, and I live and work here as the head of SEO for Cherry Limited. I'm an Englishman, as you can probably tell by my accent, and so I was born and raised on the south coast of England in a little town called Hastings, and a couple of years ago I decided I fancied a little bit of a change, and I ended up in Malta. No, actually not because I like the sun, but as you can, I'm also quite a pale person coming from Irish descent. I just fancied a change. I googled Malta, and as one does, and I saw the Google image search showed me that it looked very, very beautiful. So I thought, well, worst case scenario, I'll spend a year on a very beautiful island. So whether I like it or not, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be an experience. So yes, that was 2 years ago. Yes, I hope so. So it is what I do. So SEO is search engine optimization, and it's really using search engines, or making sure that when people ask questions of a search engine, that we are the right answer. So if someone searches for online casino bonus, or whatever that is in Finnish, Norwegian, Swedish, German, we would hope that one of our assets are in the top slots in the search results, and we would hope that the answer that we give them promotes one of our brands and inspires people to click through to one of our casinos where they're going to play. So yes, it's using the search engines as a tool to acquire or answer the questions of potential new customers. Funnily enough, that's nearly always it's nearly always kind of like one of the top 3 questions, like with a new client or with a new company. How long does it take? So there is no standard answer. There is no standard answer for that, because it really comes down to how competitive the niche is that you work in. So if I was working for like a local florist, and they wanted to be the #1 in Salima for buy flowers, then I could probably have that sorted within a couple of months, not a problem. Like a little bit of work, get them ranking, getting people buying flowers, not a problem. However, if you're talking about one of the most saturated markets that exists, which is online casino, that's a slightly different story. So, quite some time. So, you would have the immediate result. So it really comes down to, when you start on a project, has someone worked on it before? Where are they now? Are there any rankings at all? So it really depends on where you're beginning. So we have Cherry Casino, which had very little work done on it. So we saw an immediate improvement. So literally within a few weeks. Or we have some of our German brands that have enormous amounts of traffic. So the difference between taking them up, I don't know, 5% in organic traffic is going to be absolutely enormous. Whereas going from very, very little to something, when you begin a project, it's going to seem like a great success, technically, percentage-wise, but it actually isn't. So it's a really difficult question, but I understand why people ask it. There's no standardised answer. It really depends on the project. Yes, I do. There you go. I do have an answer for you. My favourite keyword is, it depends on what you're working on, but I would say my favourite keyword is the one that all of the competitors haven't noticed yet. So the one where there's the lowest competition and the easiest and biggest win. That's the one you want. It's what would be typically described as the low-hanging fruit. So the one that no one else has noticed. The easy one. Lots of favourite. There's so many different elements. I mean, SEO is such a wide subject. I would say my favourite part of doing SEO is that I know for a fact that I'm never going to stop learning. This is an industry which evolves and changes almost daily, and there's always something to do, there's always something to optimize, there's always something to make better. And then you also have the algorithm updates, and then you have competitors that are doing a better job than you, and then you've got to beat them. So it's I know that no matter how good you get, no matter how much you learn, there's always something left to learn. There's always new things, there's new things to learn, and there's new things to implement, new technologies, and then you've got the design department or the tech guys are going to roll out something new, so I've got to make sure that that's optimized. So what I like is that I work in an industry where I get to learn pretty much all the time, and I love that. There are so many reasons why. So I mean, I was chatting with someone quite recently about this. It's that as this company expands, there are more and more people here that I don't actually know what they do, but I know that the standard is so high for people that work here that no matter who it is that I'm surrounded by, or that guy over there that I don't know quite what they're doing, I know for a fact that they're going to be good. To be surrounded by experts is absolutely fantastic. Friday beers, also very good, because then I get to find out actually what they do, or I get to tell people a little bit more about what I do as well. Not for too long, but you know, I mean, that's cool. I mean, we just have a bunch of really, really good people, and that's one of the key elements of why I like it here. Outside of work, I like to listen to, play and make music. So that's a hobby I've had for a very, very long time. So since I was a kid. So listening to music, playing music, I play guitar, and I also write music. So that's my hobby. That's pretty much my main hobby. Yeah. I would say if I had to bring a slot machine or a slot machine with me to a desert island, I would take along Jack and the Beanstalk, because it's the only one I've won on. So I have fond memories of winning. So perhaps I could relive that moment.